to try and get in, and he manages to keep Kobe alive for the moment. Blue diving around Kobe trying to trade. Blue survives an SK!
Hello and welcome to Play by Play. I'm Foxdrop, and today I want to go over the team fights that secured the W for SK in a crazy tense game against Misfits. This fight happened around the dragon spawn 38 minutes into the game, a dragon that would mean Infernal Soul for Misfits. It's important to note that the game is very even at this point, with no significant gold lead on either side. Misfits approach the river with the intention to set up for the dragon play. This involves placing and sweeping vision so they can control the area and increase their chances of executing a fight in their favor. Treats, however, recognizes this and seizes the opportunity to engage onto Viteo Syndra before Misfits can properly set up. He's very ahead of his team on this play, but Treats has access to both Zhonya's and Fate's Call, meaning he can buy a lot of time for his team to catch up. Jarvan's Cataclysm creates a terrain barrier that Syndra is unable to navigate without the use of her flash, which she ends up having to use. And not only this, but she also blows her Scatter the Weak in an attempt to retaliate onto Treats. Something that does not connect and, crucially, is now unavailable for the follow-up fight. While this is all happening, Hero on the left side of the fight tries to zone and prevent SK members from joining in. He stuns Jenax with the body slam, but quickly realizes he needs to immediately disengage with his rocket belt as Blue is right behind Jenax, and Hero is playing a very squishy AP Gragas that can't face tank two enemy solo laners. If we rewind a bit and take a look at what Tinks is doing at the start of this fight, he's taking the nearby wolf camp on Lilia. This might not seem relevant, but while clearing it, he builds up 5 stacks of his Prance passive, giving him a significant boost in movement speed to join the fight. As Treats gets Kalista ulted out of his initial engage, Tinks uses these supersonic zoomies to torpedo into the fight and engage onto the grouped up Misfits squad. Using his Flash QR combo, Tinks is able to successfully drowsy 3 members of Misfits, including 2 priority targets in Graves and Syndra. He then also quickly activates his Zhonya's Hourglass to block the incoming Syndra ulti. Vander, recognizing the unfavorable direction this fight is headed in for Misfits, attempts to prevent the follow-up engage from SK by charging in on an engage of his own, knocking up and then stunning Jezu. This allows Kobe on Tristana to free hit the Kalista, which, combined with the 3-pointer explosive cast from the other side of the river by Hirit's Gragas, rapidly exterminates the SK marksman. However, with Kobe also using Buster Shots here, this removes almost all kiting and peeling tools for Misfits for the rest of the fight. Treats waits patiently inside the Fate's Call and pops out as the SK members go to sleep. The sleeping Syndra and Graves are sitting ducks, and the Rel just used all of her crowd control, so she can't stop him. After knocking up the carries with his re-entry, Treats follows up with a delicious flag and drag combo to retain Graves and Syndra as residents of the Demacian bounce house, as well as shred their armor. To finish off Treats' masterful setup play is Jenax on his signature Aatrox. He begins by popping the World Ender for the movement speed to reach the back line. Once he's in range, he obliterates Viteo and Razork with a nasty QE auto stride breaker Q combo, instantly wiping them from the map. Shortly after, he's able to pair his dash with the Randuin's active, slowing and debuffing 2 members of Misfits to assist in hunting them down. Finishing off a wounded Vander grants Jenax another reset on his ultimate, and the movement speed allows him to keep chasing Kobe. This forces Kobe into a desperation rocket jump to gain distance from the Aatrox, and instead to try and focus down Azir by attempting a 1v1 duel with the exhaust advantage. However, and unfortunately for Kobe, on the other side of the fight here, Hira has been taking an absolute pounding from the Azir, and he dies as Kobe attempts to reposition in. This provides Gen X with yet another reset to continue chasing the last standing member of the Misfits lineup. He chases him down and then flashes in, managing to finish off Kobe before he can take down Blue. Importantly here, Azir surviving this encounter was key. This allowed SK Gaming's two-man unit to rush down mid lane and end the game, something that would have not been possible without the power of a late game Azir sieging down multiple structures. Looking back, SK showed once again to be a very strong team fighting team. Tinks reacted fast to land an important three-man sleep. Treats understood the importance of engaging before the enemy is set up and can fight on their own terms, and was also very patient on his re-engage, making sure nothing could stop him. And Genax had immaculate combos and solid target selection to clean up the teamfight, netting him a triple kill.